ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरन्दस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाखया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरोः श्रीयुक्तापदकमलं श्रीगुरुन् वैष्णवांश श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगण रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजन सहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपदान् सहगण ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगतपते गोपेश गोपिकाकांत राधाकांत नमस्ते। तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। So, welcome to our Science of Self-Realization reading. We are reading from chapter number 6, Finding the Cure for Today's Social Ills, Crime, Why and What to Do. So, in this section, we are going to read an interview of Srila Prabhupada with Chicago Police Department Media Relations Lieutenant David Mose. He asks about curbing the upward spiraling US crime rate. So the crime rate today is also very high. So what Prabhupada will answer um, are are relevant today also. Even though he spoke in 1975, for even today they will be same relevant, and we will see how it is. Srila Prabhupada replies that if a human beings are if a human beings are not given the facility to learn about God, then they will remain on the level of cats and dogs. You cannot have peace in a society of cats and dogs. The thief and the murderer already know the law, so everyone knows the law. Okay, yet they still commit violent crimes due to their unclean hearts. Their hearts, their wishes, their desires are not cleansed. So our process is to cleanse the heart. Okay, now I need two devotees. One will read what Lieutenant Mose is saying, and another one will read what Srila Prabhupada is saying. And
Shall I do for the Mozi Prabhu?
yes. And who will take Srila Prabhupada's writing here?
I'll take. I'll take.
Okay, okay. And then we will switch also. As we go forward, we'll switch. Okay, so Lieutenant
Okay,
Mose,
Prabhu.
start reading.
I understand you have some ideas that could help us offer in our efforts to prevent crime. I would be very interested to hear them.
The
Yeah,
difference between a pious man and a criminal is that one is pure in heart and the other is dirty. This dirt is like a disease in the form of uncontrollable lust and greed in the heart of the criminal. Today, people in general are in this diseased condition, and thus crime is very widespread. When the people become purified of these dirty things, crime will disappear. The simplest process of purification is to assemble in congregation and chant the holy names of God. This is called Sankirtana and is the basis of our Krishna consciousness movement. So, if you want to stop crime, then you must gather as many people as possible for mass Sankirtana. This congregational chanting of the holy name of God will dissipate all the dirty things in everyone's heart. Then there will be no more crime.
okay. So, so this will be discussion mode. Okay, we will be reading and we'll be discussing. Okay, so I want participation from everyone. Whatever point you want to say, whatever question you want to ask, you can interrupt and ask, and you can say. There's no problem. Um,
Shall I continue, Prabhuji?
No, wait. So Prabhupada said, that to reduce the crime, one should do mass sankirtan, meaning chanting of the holy name of the Lord, right? So, what is your opinion? Is this the right thing to do, or there should be something else?
Yes, we
Yes,
have to
correct, Prabhuji.
cleanse our heart. Yeah.
Okay. Any other person devotee thinking here?
First, we have to purify our heart, so then only we can uh, do the good things to avoid the dirty.
Okay, purify the heart. How to do that?
Uh, so here it is mentioned the Sankirtana. So through in the Sankirtana, so we praise the Lord, we hear the Lord.
The message of Lord, the glories of Lord, the pastimes of Lord,
Yeah,
right? Hmm.
yeah.
Okay.
So that automatically purify our heart, and we will not avoid. We will try to avoid the crimes.
Okay. Okay. Anything more?
Yeah, even Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said in Sixastakam, Chetodarpana Marjanam, Bhava Mahadavagni Nirvapana. By chanting the holy names of the Lord, our heart will cleanse.
Okay. Okay. So assume all of us here are chanting the holy name of the Lord, right? Whatever rounds we may be chanting,
Yes.
1, 2 rounds, 4 rounds, 8 rounds, 12 rounds, 16 rounds, right? Yes. Can I assume that?
Yes.
Yeah. So, so by chanting the holy name of the Lord, did it change within our heart? What is our personal experience? We are also chanting. Some are chanting for 1 month, some are chanting from last past 6 months, maybe 1 year, 2 years. What is your experience? What did the chanting do? Then you can, understand whether Prabhupada is this point that Prabhupada is making will work or not. Right?
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like when we chant alone, our mind has this tendency to roam and get away from our holy names, focus from the holy names. So chanting alone is not that much working as when we chant in the group, and at that time the
Okay.
vibration is so high that
Mm-hmm.
the entire atmosphere gets changed. Like we can also understand this from the recent Sri Ram
Okay. Yeah, yeah.
processions that we had. So
Yes.
the vibrations change, and automatically the society gets transformed in one go. And gradually, then by the chanting process, individual chanting process, one gets more taste for the holy names. I feel
Okay.
this.
Okay. Okay. Good. Good. So that is your personal experience that when you chant in a group, whether it be kirtan or it be japa in a group, you feel that it has a very great effect on you, right?
Yes, Prabhuji, there is less chance of distraction.
Okay, good. Anything more? Anyone wants to add? What is the chanting? What has chanting done to you? If it has done something to you, just share. Then we will apply. Then we can appreciate
Yes, it has changed.
what it has changed.
I'll talk. I will talk about myself. It has changed in me a lot of things. Like I remember myself 20 years ago, or maybe 15 years ago. Like I used to be very reactive, and
Mm-hmm.
now I don't feel that I have that reaction for small things. This they are like very small for me. I don't have that big reaction on those things, and even if I have those reactions, immediately have I have that realization that this is not important to think a lot about.
Okay.
Maybe in that moment I will give the reaction, but this is changed. Like I don't think a lot, and
So
even if
so
I think, I get that realization that I have to get out of it.
okay. So your
Yeah.
ability to tolerate has increased, is what you experience, right?
Yes.
So was
Yes.
it because of age? Because you said about 15 years back. So do you think age was
No,
a factor
no.
or?
No, I don't think so, because I do have similar things with my colleagues as well. But for
Okay.
them, the frustration level is increased.
Okay, okay,
For
good.
some, I mean.
Okay,
So I
yes,
think
yes.
it's only because of the holy name.
Okay, okay. Any Prabhuji wants to say? We have a big group today, almost 12 people. Did the screen go away? Can you hear me?
Yes, Prabhuji, the weather base, whatever you are sharing, that is not there. We are seeing the
Okay,
participants.
okay,
Yeah.
something, yeah, some connection. Okay. Now can you see?
No, Prabhuji, only the notepad. Yeah,
Yeah,
now we
yeah.
are
Now
able to
we
see.
are. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, yeah, something happened with the connection. Yeah, tell me, any Prabhuji wants to share? We are 12 people here, 12 devotees here. Two Mataji have shared. I want one Prabhuji. Prabhujis don't have anything, no change in them. No? Okay. So you see, this particular chanting that Prabhupada is saying, Sankirtan, okay, it will happen over the time. This also we need to understand. Okay, Sankirtan is a process, first of all. It involves a lot of things. The most important thing is chanting holy names. But with that, right, there is many more things also. There is prasad, there is association of devotees, right? Then there is books. Hmm? Then there's a particular lifestyle also. So all of these things together is called Sankirtan, and that will change the heart. Okay. Someone taking the holy name needs to take with the holistic approach. Association of Devotees books, ABCD. Then ABCD will, have a greater effect. So here Prabhupada is saying congregational chanting. So in this case, not just the criminals will chant, the devotees also will chant with the criminals. And then we can see a change. And in within, there is ISKCON does jail preaching also. So devotees go in the jail, they do book distribution, chanting and all. Seeing the ISKCON devotees, some few of the prisoners, they take up to chanting, and they have completely changed their heart also. And others become favorable. There are some who remain neutral, and there are some who don't want to change. Okay, so this has been the practical experience of the jail preaching done by ISKCON, that we do see changes, and it is over the time. It won't happen one night. Hmm? And we have to give a package. A, B, C, D is the package. Okay, so let's move forward with Lieutenant Mose and Srila Prabhupada. Please read.
Do you have any feelings about crime here in the United States as opposed to the crime in your own country, India, country of India?
What is your definition of crime?
Any trampling on the rights of one person by another person.
Yes, our definition is the same. In the Upanishads, it is said, Ishavasham idam sarvam. Everything belongs to God. So everyone has the right to utilize whatever is allotted to him by God. But one may not encroach upon others' property. If one does so, he becomes a criminal. Actually, the first crime is that you Americans are thinking this land of America is yours. Although 200 years ago it was not yours, you have come from other parts of the world and claimed it as your land. Actually, it is God's land. and therefore it belongs to everyone, since everyone is a child of God. But the vast majority of people have no conception of God. Practically speaking, everyone is godless. Therefore they should be educated to love God. In America, your government has a slogan, in God we trust. Is that correct?
Read.
Yes.
Continue.
Yeah, but where is the education about God? To trust is very good, but simple trust will not endure unless it is backed up with scientific knowledge of God. One may know that he has a father, but unless he knows who his father is, his knowledge is imperfect, and that education in the science of God is lacking.
Okay.
Do you,
So, so Prabhupada picked up one verse which is called Isha Vasamidam Sarvam. This is from Isha Upanishad. Everything belongs to God, and one should only take the quota what that is meant for him, should not encroach anyone else's quota. And then Prabhupada says that we need to give this knowledge to everyone. Okay, the knowledge, the education about God, who God is, and everything belongs to God. And with this knowledge, everyone will come to know that they are one family. And then one won't be so, when one will look at others, he will look it as our own family, and then he will stop his stealing. He will act in a proper way. Okay, so that education is missing in today's world.
do you feel that it's lacking only here in the United States?
No, everywhere. The age we live in is called Kali Yuga, the age of forgetting God. It is an age of misunderstanding and quarrel, and the people's hearts are filled with dirty things. But God is so powerful that if we chant His holy name, we become purified, just as my disciples have become purified of their bad habits. Our movement is based on this principle of chanting the holy name of God. We give everyone the opportunity without any distinction. They can come to our temple, chant the Hare Krishna mantra, take a little prasadam as refreshment, and gradually become purified. So, if the governmental authorities give us some facilities, then we can hold mass sankirtana. Then, without a doubt, the whole society will change.
Yeah. So now I assume that devotees here they visit the centers or temple nearby, and they attend uh, sessions and they attend lectures over there, and they attend festivals also, right?
Yes, Prabhu.
Yeah. So this is our program to give that A B C D in a package, and then one will become happy. And when one becomes happy where with everything, by chanting the holy name, it purifies the heart. Prasadam purifies our body, our senses, mind, everything is getting purified. The knowledge that we get in the temple with the devotees, from the devotees, by seeing the example, we get knowledge. Our intelligence becomes pure. Chanting the holy name purifies our heart, our mind, both. Prasadam purifies body. Intelligence is two things: the books and the examples of the devotees. All of that will bring change, has brought change in us, right? Previously, coming to Krishna consciousness, we were not like this. But when we come into association, we got all this, and then we ourselves became a change, right? After coming to ISKCON and after some months, did anyone tell you you have changed?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Who told you?
Everybody around me, my
Oh,
family, my
okay,
colleagues, even after marriage, there were some things.
okay, okay. Any Prabhuji? Prabhujis are silent. No change in you.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yeah, what happened?
So the way we are behaving with others also it will change.
So,
So the how we are giving the respect to them, how we are treating other souls. So that
so
entire thing will be changed.
okay, okay. So you see that change in you
Yeah, Prabhuji.
before Krishna consciousness and after coming to Krishna consciousness, right?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Okay. Yeah. So we become soft and gentle. This is all devotees they experience this thing. Suddenly you become soft. Hmm? Those who are harsh in nature, they suddenly become soft. And it happens. Why? Because Krishna's holy name is there. Prasadam is there. Devotee's example is there. Shastra is there. Everyone is making us soft. And then external person sees you have soft, then they will say, Are, you changed. Tu badal gaya. Hmm? They will say like that. So this is what can help even the prisoners, right? The same program can help the prisoners. Yes or no?
Yes.
Yeah. So this is what Prabhupada is trying to explain Lieutenant Mose. So let's continue. Lieutenant Mose.
If I understand you correctly, sir, you are saying that we should emphasize a return to religious principles.
Certainly. Without religious principles, what is the difference between a dog and a man? Man can understand religion, but a dog cannot. That is the difference. So, if a human society remains on the level of dogs and cats, how can you expect a peaceful society? If you bring a dozen dogs and put them together in a room, will it be possible to keep them peaceful? Similarly, if human society is filled with men whose mentality is on the level of dogs, how can you expect peace?
Yeah. So do you know this particular dog and man example from which Shastra Prabhupada is quoting? Okay. So it is from, sorry?
Mahabharata.
Yes, it's from Mahabharata. So there is a verse. Ahara nidra bhayamaithune vacha. Ahara nidra bhayamaithune vacha. There are four things which are common between animals and humans. Ahara is eating. Nidra is sleeping. Bhaya is defending. And Maithuna is procreation, mating. These are four things which are common between animals and human beings. Right? Isn't it?
Yes, Prabhuji.
So, what is not common between the two?
Intelligence.
Intelligence or higher consciousness.
Okay. Intelligence. Are animals intelligent?
Yes.
Yes,
They are
they are.
intelligent.
Yeah, they are intelligent.
Yeah, if you take dogs, you know how intelligent they are. They are
Yes.
used in the shepherds, So the dogs they collect all the shepherds in, and they will understand in which direction they need to move. The foxes they will understand how to attack, how to corner. The birds the birds they build very nice nest, right in the top of the tree. The wind, the rain, that nothing can pull it down. Nothing can break it. Hmm? When China celebrated Olympics, right, long time back, 10-15 years back, they built their Olympic stadium as a nest. They call it the nest. Hmm? So they took inspiration from the birds to build Olympic stadium, which is costing like $500 million. So intelligence is there. Then what kind of intelligence is not there in the animal? That is their
higher
need.
consciousness to ask about God, about inquire about the self.
Yeah. Basic question.
Yes.
Why I am suffering? What happens after death? Hmm? Can you tell me what is the how human being tries to answer or finds a solution for this? Why I'm suffering? What happens after death? Okay, if you're suffering something, if you're suffering, say, fever, what will you do?
We go to doctor.
Yeah. So to find a solution, we are having doctors and hospitals, right? Right?
Yes.
Do animals have doctors and hospital?
Yes, technically, yes.
They have,
Yeah.
but they won't go
But
on their own.
again,
They
they are
will,
dependent
yeah.
on humans.
Yes.
And they are dependent on humans, but let's say in the forest, what they do?
No,
They can't do anything,
they
right? They
can't do.
have to suffer. They have to go through that suffering. If a man interferes, then only they can be saved, right?
Yes.
So technically, animals cannot. They don't know what to do when they are suffering. They just go through it. They also don't want suffering, but they cannot have a solution. At least human being can find some solution through doctors, hospitals, etc. Okay, but there are other questions also, which human beings ask. What happens after that?
Hmm.
Is there a controller? You know, as a child, when we looked at the sky, the night sky, we saw so many stars, right?
Stars. Hmm.
We asked this question: What is all this? What is this planet? What is stars? Is there somebody living there? Right? Do animals ask this question? No. They are happy with their life. Can you give me an example where an animal is happy with his life and they are not able to see the future? I'll give you a clue. In a slaughterhouse, what
Slaughterhouse.
happens?
The
In a
goat.
slaughterhouse, what happens?
The goat is being slaughtered, but the other goat is nicely eating the grass, seeming that
Yeah,
nothing will happen to me.
yeah. He's thinking, I got my grass, I'm happy now. And he's not worried that the next film is disappeared. He's not worried about that guy. Now, if such a thing happens to the human beings, what will happen? We are in a train and suddenly one person gets up, the neighbor, and he goes. And he doesn't come only. Are we going to just sit like that? 1 hour went, 2 hour went, 3 hour went. Do we sit like that only? We start thinking, right? What happened to him? Did he get down? We ask the neighbor, was he your relative? Yes? Yes or no?
Yes, Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yeah. Animals don't ask this. So we have these questions um, which are tending towards dharma. Ahara nidra bhayam aitunevacha samana etat pashubi naranam dharmo hi tesham adhiko visheshu dharme nahina pashubi samana. So dharma is that thing that will separate a human being from an animal, will make him superior to an animal. If dharma is not there, then one is equal to an animal. So if a human being acts like an animal, basically he's living in this world and he's happy with what he's getting and he's not thinking about higher things in life. Hmm? Then he's just like an animal. He's just like a social animal. Correct? So dharma differentiates. So this is what Prabhupada is saying. Dharma differentiates. Dharma means what? That which sustains. Okay. So as we know from Bhagavad Gita, we are not the body, but we are the soul. So that which sustains the soul is also important. Hmm? There are two things: that which sustains the body and that which sustains the soul. So what sustains the body? Food. In that food also vegetarian food. Okay. What sustains the soul? Its connection back with the super soul. That whole process is called yoga. Yuj. To connect back to the super soul. Any questions?
Yes, Prabhuji, one question.
Hmm.
Prabhuji, we often have this question like, even now we read in the line that knowledge of God is scientific. But then at times we read in Prabhupada's books that we can't experience this or we can't attain this through these experimental methods or speculations. For this, we have to follow the Vedic scriptures as it is. So, how to understand this, Prabhuji? Like, if we have to explain this, how we have to take it? Should we take it scientific or should we take
Okay.
it as a word of, yeah?
So scientific is so your question is that Krishna consciousness is scientific, right? How
Yes,
to
I
prove
mean,
that it
we
is
have
scientific?
heard it many a times that it is
Yeah.
a scientific process.
Hmm.
But then when we read Prabhupada's books,
Hmm.
there often Prabhupada quotes that we cannot learn about God by these scientific basis. So for this, we have to
Oh,
depend
okay,
on
okay,
Vedic
okay.
scriptures. So how to differentiate these two things? Because
Hmm.
when we talk about Vedic scriptures, first thing that comes is faith and belief.
Sorry, what first thing comes?
Faith and belief. Like if we don't believe it, then how we will accept the scriptures
Okay,
also?
okay, okay, okay. Good,
Yeah.
good. So,
I don't
so
know
our
if I'm able
acharyas
to.
have dealt this question. Okay, they have dealt this question,
Yeah.
and so first of all, um, this word scientific, right, is an English word. Okay, Sanskrit has the word as jnana vijnana, right? Vigyan. So Vigyan is generally sometimes translated as science. Okay, but it is not exact translation. We need to understand that Sanskrit cannot be exactly translated into English. Like the word dharma. What is the translation in English?
Some call it religion, some call, we
Yeah,
often read it
mostly they
occupation.
use religion, but
Yes,
actually there is no word. So dharma means that which sustains, right?
yes.
Similarly, the Vijnana word is translated as science, but it is more than that. Remember that it is more than that. Hmm? That is first point. Second point is um, there is so we need to understand what is modern science. Modern science is to use our senses, our ability to extrapolate, to analyze, observe, and then to come some conclusions which are consistent over a period of time in certain situations, right? This is what is modern science. This is how we are taught in our first to 10th standard, 12th standard engineering, BSc, etc., right?
Mhm.
So we are now trying to fit Vedas in this definition, which is not correct. Okay, because the Vedic definition of Vijnana is more broader. The Vedic definition of Vijnana is actually realization. Okay, it is not just the process, but it is ultimately leading to realization. That is the basic definition. So now, through science, through modern science, can we understand something about the Vedas? Somewhere the intersection is there. It is not
Yes,
that
it is
completely.
happening day by day, but it is not like whatever is given, everything is
Yeah.
not proven.
Okay, some intersection is there.
Yes,
But it is not complete mapping. Okay,
yes.
so that intersection devotees have picked up. Hmm? and they try to explain. Few things are that, scientific processes, scientific things like, reincarnation. Reincarnation, this is widespread. Studies are done on reincarnation, and they have found that yes, there is something there in this. There is some truth in this. Otherwise, how come a young person is able to remember certain things which really happened at a certain place and time and etc. Okay, so there have been some studies, and they have conclusively said that there is some reincarnation happening. What is happening, we don't know. And
Yes.
then our Vedas say how it is happening. It is happening through the process of soul entering into new body after death, and it carries the impressions from the previous body to another body. So there is where few intersections we see in reincarnation, in near death experience, um, in in hospitals, right? They find this thing that very near to death, na, they are able to come out of the body and see what is happening, out of body experience.
Yes.
So there is where, science and Vedas, they intersect. Hmm? Few things are there. It is called analysis. Um, like, he passed away. We always say, right? Somebody dies, we say he passed away, but the body is still
Body
there.
remains there. Yes.
So who is going away?
Yes.
So
That spark, the
intuitive
spiritual
understanding.
spark
It's called
went away.
intuitive understanding.
Yes.
Hmm?
Yes, even Prabhupada says it's like we can understand the soul from its symptoms and effects.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there is where, some intersection with modern science is happening.
Yeah.
Okay, some intersection with modern science is happening. Now, can we take all that chemicals and all the processes to come to the conclusion of the Vedas?
No.
No. So that's where Prabhupada says we cannot use everything of it to come to this understanding.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
It makes sense now.
Yeah.
So here is where our acharyas discuss. That is called as epistemology. Epistemology. Let me just. So what is epistemology? Epistemology means how you gather knowledge. Okay, how you gather knowledge. That is what is meaning of epistemology.
Mm-hmm.
So now there is modern science epistemology that we discuss, and that's what we are trained in. What it is? Use our senses, mind, observation. Sorry, I'm spelling mistakes are there. Apparatus, and come to some conclusion which stands true for a long time. Okay, and consistent conditions. Okay, so this is modern science epistemology. This is how they get their knowledge. They use their senses, apparatus, mind, observation, and come to some conclusion, and they say this is the formula, it is remaining consistent everywhere. Getting?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yeah. Now there is epistemology, Vedic epistemology. In Vedic epistemology, how do we gather knowledge? So here acharyas have said, let's take the example of our above section, using our senses. We can gather knowledge, right? Using our senses, we definitely gather knowledge. Through our eyes, we come
Yes.
to know, okay, what is in front. To our ears, we come to know, okay, now a two-wheeler passed or a four-wheeler passed or somebody is calling and that person is my mother or father, right?
Yes.
So through our senses, we are getting knowledge. We every day we are using our senses to get knowledge, to do our work, to do our coding in our companies, to cooking, everything, using our senses. Now the Vedas say senses, are they all perfect?
No, we have limited or imperfect senses.
Yeah. So we are limited.
Yes.
So answer is we know the limited. So to understand now the absolute truth, we cannot fully depend on the limited senses,
Yes.
because we then won't get the full knowledge. Okay.
Yes.
So here they say pratyaksha praman. So they say pratyaksha praman can be used in certain situations and cannot be used in certain situations. Okay, that is the conclusion. And
Yes.
mostly our modern science is dependent on that. Pratyaksha. Show
Yes.
me. Then only I will
What is
believe.
visible to eyes? Yes.
Yeah. Visible to eyes or visible to that machine. Okay. Then is Anuman Praman. Anuman Praman means this is like speculation.
Guessing. Guessing. Yes.
Speculation based on some observation, which we do every day. If we see a black car, we may say, ah, maybe my uncle is coming. Why? Because he also has black car. But then when the car comes very near, oh, no, 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 this is not uncle, this is someone else. It is the same car, but the person inside is someone else. So based on some observation, we made some speculation. It may be wrong, may be right. Right? So it is still not perfect.
Yes.
So Vedic epistemology says that to get something perfect knowledge, we cannot depend on these two. Now we need perfect people in series to get that perfect knowledge. And that process is called as Shabda Praman. Shabda Praman is a parampara of pure souls,
Who have got the realizations?
no, who have passed down the knowledge.
Yes.
First, hearing from the Supreme Sentient. Sentient. Sentient spelling. I'm not good at spelling. Sentient. Oh, okay. I'm pretty close. Sentient. Sentient being. Supreme sentient being. So what does Vedic epistemology says is that the knowledge that we want was first provided by Supreme sentient being, and it was passed down to series of pure souls, and they passed it down, and that's how the Shabda Brahman is made in Guru Parampara's lineage, and that's how you can get that knowledge. Okay, so Vedic epistemology says that the knowledge we don't have to discover, we have to just connect to the parampara where pure souls are keeping it intact as they have originally heard from the supreme sentient being. So here modern science says there is no supreme sentient being, we have to find it from our own attempts. Okay, inductive. So this is called inductive way, and this is deductive way. It will come from the supreme being. Okay, and we have to receive it from a pure soul in that lineage through our senses and our anuman. That is what is Vedic epistemology. Now this is what is the Vedic science, or let's say this is what is the Vedic process of acquiring knowledge. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, so we discussed the epistemology modern science, which fully we cannot discuss, because here their first answer is, oh, there is nothing supreme, we have to find it on our own. While Vedic epistemology says, no, the supreme is a sentient being. Sentient means he is conscious and he is ready to give that knowledge. Only thing, there should be a pure soul in front of him. Then he will give it. Then that pure soul will become the next spiritual master, and he will give it to the next, and he will give it to the next, he'll give it to the next, he'll give it to the next, and that's how it will come to us. And then we will use the Pratyaksha and Anuman Praman to receive that knowledge of Shabda. It is not that we will reject these two. Okay? We will use our senses to receive the Shabda. Okay?
Yes, Prabhuji.
So, question is our Bhagavad Gita like that? So here it is. In Bhagavad Gita as it is, here is the disciplic succession. This is how Shabda has come. And Shabda should come from the Supreme Being, Krishna. So he said to the pure soul, which was first was Brahma. There are others also that he said. But this is our lineage in where ISKCON comes. Brahma gave it to his son Narada. Narada gave it to Vyasa, which is 5000 years ago. Okay, Narada gave the knowledge to many people. Can you tell me somebody whom he gave the knowledge and then Ramayana was written?
Valmiki.
Yeah,
Maharishi
that
Valmiki.
happened when? Almost 800,000 years ago. Okay?
Yes, Rita.
Yeah. So later on, Narada again gave knowledge to Vyasadeva. Then Madhvacharya, who's from Udupi, Karnataka, he visited Vyasacharya, who is still there. Okay? He's still there in the upper Himalayas. It is in different dimension. Okay? It is not in our 3D dimension. It is in different dimension. So Madhvacharya could access that, and he then got the knowledge, and then Madhva gave it to his disciple Padmanabh, and like this it came to Madhavendra Puri, who gave to Ishwara Puri, and from Ishwara Puri Lord Chaitanya from Bengal, he took that knowledge and gave it to Rupa Sanatana, and like that it came to A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami, and then his disciples are giving that knowledge, and we are distributing to others. So this is the Shabda Praman, and we are using our senses to hear this, right? So we are not rejecting Pratyaksha Pramana, Anuman Praman. Are we? No. So
No.
this is our Vedic epistemology. This is how the knowledge is acquired.
Yes.
Modern science epistemology doesn't fit here. We intersect few things, but we don't, you know, uh, become fully one in sense. No? So yeah, this is the background behind our statements. Okay. Any question on this?
Yes, Prabhuji. Prabhuji, from Krishna, how it came to Brahma, but Krishna has spoken with Arjuna, right? This Bhagavad Gita.
Yeah. So Srimad Bhagavatam, uh, so Krishna spoke this Bhagavad Gita to many. Okay. It is not Arjuna, it is spoken to many, and we'll see. So in
To
Srimad
Sun
Bhagavatam,
God.
the very,
Sun God, it was
yeah, he
spoken for
spoke
the
to
first
Sun
time.
God, Sun God gave it to his son. So that is one parampara, which is not even in this. Okay. So here is the word. Tene Brahma Hridaya Adi Kavaye Muyanti. Brahma's heart, Krishna, he gave that knowledge. In Brahma's heart, Krishna gave that knowledge. And then Brahma gave it to four Kumaras also. So there is Kumara Sampradaya. And when Brahma gave it to Narada, ours is Brahma Madhva Gaudiya Sampradaya. Narad Muni is one of us in one. And then Narad Muni gave to so many Valmiki. So that Sampradaya is also there. It may not be today, but that Sampradaya used to be there. Okay? Like this. Yeah. So in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says in 4th chapter, right? There is another Sampradaya. I gave it to Sun God gave it to Sun God Vivaswan. Vivaswan instructed to Manu. Manu instructed to
Manu.
Ikshvaku. So this is another lineage which broke actually. But in due course of time, the succession was broken. And therefore, Krishna came back and gave it to Arjuna. And in Arjuna's case, we don't have that lineage. Right? Do we have Arjuna's lineage? No, right? In this whole section list, Arjuna's name is not there. So that lineage is also broken. Okay. We needed Madhvacharya to go back and visit Vyasadeva. This happened 1000 years back. Okay. So there are many lineages, and out of which the four Vaishnava Sampradaya are still there: Kumara, Rudra, Shri, and Brahma. These four are there today, as of today. Okay. Previously there were many. But successions keep broke, right? Krishna also says that. So he comes back. Does that answer your question, Mataji?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes, yes.
Okay. What is the time? It's 8:30. No? Okay. We'll continue 5 more minutes. Okay. Can somebody read this?
If some
Huh.
of my questions sound disrespectful, it is only because I do not completely understand your religious beliefs. I mean, no disrespect what whatsoever.
No,
Okay.
it is not a question of my religious beliefs. I am simply pointing out the distinction between human life and animal life. Animals cannot possibly learn anything about God, but human beings can. However, if human beings are not given the facility to learn about God, then they remain on the level of cats and dogs. You cannot have peace in a society of cats and dogs. Therefore, it is the duty of the governmental authorities to see that people are taught how to become God conscious. Otherwise, there will be trouble. Because without God consciousness, there is no difference between a dog and a man. The dog eats, we eat. The dog sleeps, we sleep. A dog has sex, we have sex. A dog tries to defend itself, and we also try to defend ourselves. These are the common factors. The only difference is that a dog cannot be instructed about his relationship with God, but a man can.
Continue. Lieutenant Mose, continue.
Sorry. Would not peace be a precursor to a return to religion? Must we not first have peace?
No, that is the difficulty. At the present moment, no one actually knows the meaning of religion. Religion means to abide by the laws of God, just as good citizenship means to abide by the laws of the government. Because no one has any understanding of God, no one knows the laws of God or the meaning of religion. This is the present status of people in today's society. They are forgetting religion, uh, taking to taking it to be a kind of faith. Faith may be blind faith. Faith is not the real description of religion. Religion means the laws given by God, and anyone who follows those laws is religious, whether a Christian, a Hindu, or a Muslim.
Okay. So here Prabhupada gives another meaning to religion. Religion means laws given by God. And if one follows those laws, then he is truly religious. Okay. And religion is not just faith, it is the laws also. So Lieutenant Mose was saying, oh, should we have peace first? When we become peaceful, then we can go to religion. Prabhupada is saying, no. First you teach about God, then they'll automatically peace will come. Can you tell me how does this happen? Okay, I'll give you an example. Let's say there are five brothers, and these five brothers are fighting over a property. And now there is a task of bringing peace in that between those five brothers. What do you think is the first thing that will be told to them to bring peace?
Relationship between them.
Meaning what? What will you tell in simple words? These five brothers are in front of you, they are fighting. What will you tell? Tell me some word statements that you will make.
Some can be asked for sacrifice, someone can ask for tolerance or giving up whatever.
Even before than that,
sharing equal
Why?
things.
Why? Why brother will say, why I should share? Why I should tolerate? So even before then, that what's the first
Satisfaction,
argument?
then whatever you get, satisfaction you should have.
No, I'm not satisfied. What is the first statement you will tell?
Like
Okay, how
you
many
are
have children here? How many have children here?
He is your brother. Why are you quarreling like that?
Yeah.
Ah,
What does
yes.
that mean? You
Understanding the
all have the
relationship.
same father. You
Yes.
are one family. You are all brothers. Don't forget that. Right? That's what Prabhupada is saying. You first teach them this relation, then peace will automatically come. Isn't it?
Yes, Prabhu.
So, how many of you have children here?
Yes, Prabhuji, I have two sons, but I'll
Two
tell
sons.
he is your brother, he's your younger one, like that. But still, they won't
No,
understand, right?
they will not
Still,
understand.
they
But what
continue
will you
their
say? You
quarrel.
will say one thing, na? Let Papa come and then I'll tell. Yes or no? That is the last statement you will say.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Let your father come. That's it. Somehow the fight will stop. Yes or no?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Why? Well, they know their Papa, right? So the point is, if we teach about God and we come to know that we have all one God only, and we are all coming from Him, and He is powerful, and He is friendly at the same time, and He is the enjoyer of everything, then automatic peace will happen. Where in Bhagavad Gita Krishna talks about peace?
Chapter 5,
Verse number?
29.
Yeah. Last verse. Bhoktaram yagatapasam sarvaloka maheshwaram surhut sarvabhutanam gyatva mam shanti mrichati. The moment you come to know that I am the Bhoktaram, I am the Yagatapasam, and I am your friend, everything enjoyable I have to be done, and I have, like, I am the enjoyer of all the Yagya and Tapa, and I am the controller of everything. The moment you know this, you will give up your mentality to be the controller, and everyone will give up. Okay. And the moment you come to know I am Sarvut Sarvabhutanam, you are friendly also. Then peace will automatically come. Shantim Richati. Peace will come. This is what Prabhupada is trying to say. You have to tell all the criminal, you all belong to the same God. And He's powerful and He's friendly at the both the same time. Then all the criminals will look at each other and say, okay, okay, brother, brother. Then they'll take to the process of Krishna consciousness.
shall I continue, Prabhuji?
What's the time?
8:40.
8:14. Okay, we'll stop. We'll continue tomorrow with this section. Okay.
Okay, Prabhuji.
Okay. Any last question? If anyone has any last question or comment, anyone wants to say anything, share anything?
Thank you, Prabhuji. You explained really well.